Hey guys, Orlando of Filmatic, and man, it's been a minute, right? How's that? I think the last time I uploaded was in June, July-ish, and I'm pretty actually proud of myself that I posted a lot more in the beginning of the year because I think I've done a couple years where I did zero YouTube at all. Super excited because I was able to move out of my office, which a lot of my old videos, you'll see that I was in a massive white like environment. And I slowly, in the beginning of the year, moved over to my house, back into my garage. I spent time to like just put in an AC unit because I'm in Houston and things get humid. So put in an AC unit into my garage, start painting it, bring in shelving, bring in even a pad on the ground so that it's nice and soft and, I can just stand up more of the day, not just be straight on concrete. And yeah, so it's been awesome. I love that I'm at home now and that I can work on things right away, and that if I need to do a prep, I can take my time prepping. I even put a TV up so I can watch while I'm prepping, and I can get away from my computer and just be in my little isolated area. So what you're seeing here is my garage, and I've done some fun stuff here. I actually added a small 3-point lighting setup, but pretty much I was able to put up some old school hive lights that I haven't been using in a while that are RGB, and then a small little Sidious light right here somewhere. Yeah, a small light in the back so that it feels like this rim is coming from there. But yeah, I'm super excited. I got an FX3 just so that I can continue doing content and that I can not burn the hours on the Alexa Mini LF, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to film as much, is because I literally only had like a super high-end cinema camera, and I didn't want to burn the hours on that while just doing my YouTube stuff. So I got an FX3, so this is my first one coming out the gate. And yeah, so you guys kind of are a little bit updated with that. So I want to talk about a couple things. Earlier I talked about how things were slow. I'm a freelancer in Houston. Unions don't really hit so much here. I'm a cinematographer by trade. I also produce a lot of the projects for Filmatic. So a company will hire us out. We'll try to produce the whole project. This year we didn't have too many of those. So I want to go over a little bit of the projects that I currently had this year. And if you see light shifting here, I'm still figuring out. I think one of my hives is kind of messed up, and I need to fix that. So if it shifts a little bit, my bad, but hopefully I'll cover it up with B-roll. I just went through my QuickBooks and wrote down a little bit of how many projects and things that I had this year. So in total of projects, this is projects, me being hired as a cinematographer. I got 14 of them. So 14 projects where I had to show up, I had to film. Some of them I brought gear on all of them. Yeah, I mean, these are full projects. I shot for the day. Most likely I gave the hard drives over. Maybe on 2 or 3 of them, I had to do some of the editing myself. Out of those 14, several were for pharmaceutical companies. Some were for, I think I did Microsoft this year. I did, I did quite a bit of them. Did a couple banks, did some cool local shops in Austin. I went to North Dakota to do a small docu-series. I worked with 3 new ad agencies this year, which was awesome. Some of them, they kind of branched off from older agencies that I had worked with before, older relationships that I had, people that started new businesses. I came in and said, hey, let's work. I'll do rate cuts or cuts on gear or cuts on things. I'll throw in my lights, whatever it was, just to try to get the ball rolling, help them get more content to sell, and allow me to get more work hopefully next year. So 14 projects on average. Just so you know that I normally have 10 to 15 projects a year. It's not something that's like I'm not working every single week, So I try to focus on like really good projects, and then I just say no to a lot of the other ones that they just don't make sense. Especially a lot of music videos. I've tried working. I mean, I've worked with some of the record labels and things like that, but man, it's just I just feel like that segment is the most dishonest segment, because they'll tell you they're not going to do this and they're not, and once you get there, like it just doesn't matter. Like they're just like paying you and they expect you to do everything for them. And yeah, so I get tired of that kind of world. They don't really cater to us as artists, and that's the one thing that I want to make sure. So another way that I was able to get income this year was through rentals. I have a lot of equipment. I have partners in equipment too. So I have like an Alexa Mini LF that I have a partner that owns it, and I just help them make money off of it. I think we did okay this year. The first year we got it, we made a lot more. But I think it's just the nature of like how many projects we had this year. It was a lot lower, and they were like for singular days as opposed to some, like, even though it's a project, like one of my projects might have been a 4-day shoot, right? So it's all kind of mixed in there. So some of my projects I've had years prior, even though there are only 15 projects, one of the projects might have been a 2-week run. So make a lot more on equipment and things like that. So then we also on rentals, I rented out 14 times this year, and 14 times means that it could have been as low as like maybe $150, because I really try not to rent out for anything under than $200, because it just doesn't make sense. I have friends that come in from out of town and they just need C-stands. I'm like, just pick them up. Like, it's worth it. But we actually had quite a bit of projects where people came in and they needed like just a lot of gear. And so that worked out very well. And we're super excited about that. This year I also had to do social media stuff. So even though I did a lot of like projects, 15 projects over the span of 12 months, I still had to supplement some income just in terms of the timing, because if things aren't moving, you got to do something, right? Go wash cars, go do something. This is like, I think when I launched that other video that was like, yo, like, we got to make money. Things are slow. Figure it out. Go shoot a wedding or shoot a 15 or do something, right? So I jumped into socials, and I was working with a really cool company called CT Sounds. They're killing it right now. Really good friends. I'm really inspired by the people that are working there. And we shot on iPhone, which was pretty impressive. I took this approach of like helping them shoot ads and things like that. And if you just say that name, I guarantee you're going to get so many ads, because they pay for ads, and they're killing it. They're crushing it in the game, doing car audio and stuff like that. So shout out to CT Sounds. Okay, and then the fourth thing that I did this year was I also took on some edits from clients. So I work with like Amazon. Amazon's a big client that we did some pretty cool stuff last year. And they hit me up just all of a sudden. They're like, hey, we love the way y'all edit. And normally, once again, I don't take editing jobs. It's just one of those things where I don't like dealing with other people's footage. I don't like dealing with other people's stuff. Like, I rather shoot it the way that it needs to be edited, and then I'll take it on. Yeah, sure. Like, and it's almost like if you're hiring me to do the production, you can almost bet that like whatever production is, you're going to be paying double for post for us to take care of it. And it just makes sense, because if I get paid X amount per day of shooting, like for me to edit, like I have to not do that, because it's easier almost to just film, drop off the footage, and then boom, I'm gone, right? Like I ship that out and never see it again. Maybe I'll see it tomorrow or in 2 years. But I took on 2 jobs for editing this year, but they were great budgets. They just made sense to do, and we could kind of do them on our off time, and they had a good schedule. But yeah, if you want editing, we can get that done. I have a great team. I mean, we've done this for Samsung, EA, for a bunch of other agencies we've worked with. So if you're an agency too and you haven't met us yet, and you're based in Houston or anywhere else, we'd love to work with you. Just hit us up, because we're kind of like that secret weapon, and right, that you can just pop out and knock out some cool stuff at a pretty good price, because we're competitive. We're in Texas, so we can get stuff done for you. And so hit me up. I'd love to take a crack at the bid. On average, I do 10 to 15 jobs a year. That's just the way that it's been for a while. But there's a lot of cool, notable things this year and that I'm really excited about. One of them, that if you drive around in Houston, Texas, downtown, you will see my face plastered on a bunch of these screens. I want to thank Mocha Houston, because they did this initiative with IO. If you don't know IO, chill. They're an agency, really cool people too. They shoot great. They do great work. I mean, honestly. And they reached out and they said they want to do a piece on my brother and I. And we said, yeah, sure. Like we'd love to. Any promotion we can get that we don't have to pay for, we would love, right? So they did that. Super thankful for that, because it was pretty fun to be on this side of the camera and be able to explain a little bit of where we're from. The other cool thing that I got to do this year was field test the DZO R-list set. Sent me 2 different prototype sets where I was able, along with, from what I understand, another like 25, 30 cinematographers all over the world. we're able to take notes, send them back feedback, go through all the different sets, go through the different focal lengths. And as y'all seen, they've been a massive hit. So pretty excited about that. When I saw them, I knew that they're going to be special. Like, they just worked really well. I think people are asking, like, what do they feel like? Ultimately, I say the DZO Arlists are perfect to compare towards the Tokinas, Sigmas, and things like that. So I think that they're in that world and they're priced accordingly to that world. So they're great lenses. I think that they're going to be unique, but I do believe that over the next year, you're going to see a lot of commercials and a lot of people look the same because everyone's jumping to that set. Rightly so. I think that you should jump to that set. It's a good set. For me, I just use so many different lenses that it's one that I know that I'll use for certain projects, and I think it'll fit for certain things. But it's not for every project that you need. So I'm not for owning a ton of glass because we use so many different things. I mean, this year I've already used like 7 or 8 different sets on different projects. So yeah, I mean, I recommend trying them out. They didn't send me a set. They didn't like let me keep any of them. I know there's other people that they did probably have bigger followings and stuff, but I was pretty happy that I was part of the process of like building out what these look like and what they feel like. And it's a really cool feeling to know that people like some of the comments and the things that we did to fix certain things, So pretty happy, and thank you, DZO, once again. Love our partnership, that we get to work together and that you guys really respect what we say. So appreciate that. Rentals this year was awesome too, and I was able to rent out for the Netflix project that's happening. If you know that NFL is gonna start launching on Netflix, I had a team that came in from Netflix that rented out a V-Raptor from us. They rented out Komodos and all kinds of cool stuff. So if y'all get to see that Netflix commercials and things like that, get ready. The NFL stuff, we're able to rent to them. And thank you to those guys that they were able to do some awesome work and even asked me to go film. But dude, I did not want to ride a blimp, and that's what they asked me to do. And I was like, a person my size with my mindset, like, I'd rather be on the ground. So thank you guys for renting out from us. And that's another awesome thing about renting in general and renting high-end gear is that you get to meet a lot of people that are doing really, really cool projects. So if you need rentals or you need equipment, let me know, because I don't just have the gear that's in my inventory. Like, I have connections all over Houston, all over Texas, and some cool connections in LA that they can ship the stuff, drop ship stuff to us like pretty quick. So yeah, let me know if you ever need any of that or if you're coming into Houston. Other cool notable things that we did a short film with some of our cool friends, which is Bassi, Abel, Mac. Super excited about this short film. We got to shoot with the Masterbuilt Primes. Man, I mean, it just looks phenomenal. We have Dan Diaz from Sweetbread. He's going to be coloring it. We have Diego Muñiz helping us do the mixing and all that for this film too. So we're super excited to show that one to you. Can't wait for them to promote it and to push it so you guys can see it. And of course, my brother directed it.
I can't tell you what it's about because I haven't read the script yet, but I'm directing this mug.
I DP'd it and produced it, so super excited to have that. And it was done like a couple blocks away from my house, which is pretty awesome. This week we finished a 4-day shoot, which I think is my last project. I did get asked for something this Friday, but if it's locked in, I might do it. I still don't know. We're able to work with the company called Story Hive. The Story Hive, they're here based in Houston. Super excited to work with them. I've known them for years. We've shot in their studio. We've done many music videos in their studio. Yeah, we're like really thankful that we got to work with them this year. Alex, Tom, and Jenna, thank y'all for inviting us over. Joe, it was really cool working with you, and we got to work, do this bank commercial, and we do a lot of green screen work, which is going to be pretty interesting to see how they do the final product. So thank you guys once again for helping us be a part of your project and bringing out the crew. But overall, I'm thankful that I get paid to tell stories and create cool looking images. What I have going on next year, and I'll be promoting it as we're going along, Max Discovery on February 6th. I was told that the project that we've been working on for a while, I believe the name will be Takedown, will be released, and that's going to be a 4-part series. Super excited about that. I appreciate you guys. We'll be talking very, very soon. The next couple of subjects that we're going to be talking about, I hope that you enjoy them. And just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the setup. All right, later, guys. Peace.